This is the Star Wars The Black Series 40th anniversary of the Empire Strikes Back vintage card format of the Empire Strikes Back Luke Skywalker in Bespin outfits. Now, the figure is part of that whole 40th anniversary line. There's a lot of other characters involved in the series. I picked up this figure at Hobby Corner, and I wasn't going to open it, but you know what? You guys have been awesome to me, so I am just going to open this one up and review it for you. No, don't open it! It's so precious. Come on. Let's open it up. And here is Bespin Luke Skywalker out of packaging. And boy, what a difference a change in head sculpt does to an older figure. I mean, among other things, they put a little bit more detail here and there and change the lightsaber and all that, but it's the head sculpt that's really bringing this figure to life. And I am very impressed at what Hasbro's done with this figure. Look at this. It is absolutely gorgeous. Let me give you a closer look at that head sculpt. Oh yeah, very nice. The eyes have been painted, well, it's not perfect, but it kind of feels like they're dead. It's like his eyes are like staring out and dreamy and all that. But let me see if I can show it off. It feels like, I don't know, it's a little off to me. I mean, it's great. I see great blue eyes. There's a little bit of a shine and luster to it, but there's something about the eyes that it's like he's in suspended animation, and you're not entirely sure what the emotion is. But that's probably my biggest comment about this particular head sculpt. But other than that, it looks great. It's a new hairstyle, it's a new head sculpt. We'll do comparisons later, but in the meantime, I'll just let you guys enjoy this figure. Pretty cool. Oh yeah. And here is the Archive X-Wing Luke Skywalker as an X-Wing pilot. And here is the Jedi Knight, Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker. They look really great together. Now you have a Luke Skywalker, an awesomely done Luke Skywalker in all 3 episodes of the original trilogy. And of course, his father, Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader. And they look great together. You can reenact that entire Bespin fight scene, duel, father and son, and the big reveal of Darth Vader being Luke's father. And they great scale. They fit perfectly with this Darth Vader figure. So essentially, this figure is sort of like a redeco, repaint of the Bespin Luke Skywalker in the Black Series figure that we got in 2014. The mold is essentially the same, except for that brand new head sculpt, and I believe it is a new lightsaber. The slight differences I can see is the brown on his holster is a little bit lighter, if I'm not mistaken. The khakis or the fatigues that he's wearing on doesn't appear to be as dirty or as greasy as this one. It has like some mechanic grease stains on it, the original one, and then this one kind of feels a little bit cleaner. It still has that wash, and also it has a little bit of a shine going on. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. The wash that they've applied on the upper torso gives it a little bit of a shine, as well as here on the hips and a bit of the shoulders. I don't know why, but it kind of gives off that little bit of a shine to it. The boots appear to be less dark than this one, than the original. The original is dark gray. This one is a little bit lighter. I think this is more accurate. I don't know if it's just a quality issue because of how much wash has been applied and all that, but I really wouldn't, I can't tell. I only saw one figure in the store, and there was no other figure to compare it to, but it does feel that this new figure is a little bit lighter, and I don't know which one is more accurate, this one or this one. Now, having said that, he does come with a new lightsaber. The original lightsaber has a thin blade, much like this one. But this one now has a much thicker blade. I'll do comparisons of the lightsaber later on, but just showing off the major differences. Very nice. They're using now the new blade that they've used on Rey and on this Luke on the Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, thicker blades. It is still removable, but every time I try and remove it, I feel like I'm going to break it. And I know it's always hard the first time you try and do it, but it's always tight, but this one just feels like it's going to break. So try not to do it too many times. And it does have that clip, which you can hook on here, and the belt hook. So everything else is great. Basically the same figure, but it's given us the new head sculpt. Now, speaking of head sculpts, wow, what a big difference from this older head sculpt. Definitely, this is far superior to the old one. Okay, let's take a look at the head sculpt. And as you can see, it's a brand new head sculpt. And it actually appears to be the biggest head sculpt among all the three Luke Skywalker figures. And I don't know, I think it looks like Mark Hamill the most. I don't know, I could be wrong. I do like the Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, but looking at that background, the Bespin Luke, focus on it, young Mark Hamill, and looking back at these new head sculpts, which do you think did it better? Who do you think did it better or wore it better? I do like all these new head sculpts, these new photo real technology applied on the face sculpts to make it look more realistic. It's a very nice rendition of Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker. Now, if you're wondering about mold degradation, I don't see any mold degradation. All the joints are actually much tighter on this repainted, redecoed figure. I'm very surprised. If you're wondering whether you can remove the right fist, I'm probably, if you force it, but I tried to remove it and I couldn't. And the thing I just did is I just made the joints loose. So this hand is a little bit on the loose side because I really tugged on it really hard. And I didn't want to ruin it, so I stopped short. And now it's a little loose than when I opened him in the packaging. It was really tight before. When I first opened it and first tried it out, it was very tight. But now it's pretty loose because of my efforts to try and remove that hand when Vader cut off his hand. But other than that, everything seems to be very tight. And so some final thoughts on this figure. Wow, need I say more? It is it's an amazing figure, a very well done, very well made rendition of Bespin Luke Skywalker. And if you're wondering what to do with that orange line Luke, oh, you gotta throw that thing away or sell it off cheap, because this is the Bespin Luke to get. It is the most definitive one to date, and even amongst the three, I think he's the best looking one in terms of face sculpt. I don't know why, but all three are great. And if you want Luke Skywalker for each of the three original trilogy Star Wars movies, these are the ones that are the best ones to get. For Star Wars A New Hope Episode 4, this is the best Luke to get. You can get the speeder Luke if you want to, but this one has the photo real tech. And then for Return of the Jedi, this one's really nice. It comes with the Jedi robe and all that. And then for Empire Strikes Back, obviously you have the Bespin Luke Skywalker. And I'm going to call it now. I think they are going to re-release this one in the archive line. I'm calling it now. I'm calling it first. Is going to be re-released in archive together with, and here are my predictions, Lando Calrissian, R2-D2, C-3PO, maybe not C-3PO, but definitely R2-D2, the battle damaged one, the Empire Strikes Back, R2-D2. They'll probably do some troopers, maybe a Hoth trooper like Snow Trooper, Maybe they'll do that in the archive line. Who knows? Maybe one of the commanders, General Veers. No, I don't know. But I'm calling it now. I think they're gonna we'll get another version of him in the archive line. Oh, and maybe a Darth Vader figure. Who knows, right? That would be amazing if you get another Darth Vader in the archive line, because everybody's looking for this red line Darth Vader. And this is the episode 4 Darth Vader. We'll probably get a version of him, Empire Strikes Back, but with, I don't know, extra blast effects or something like that. But yeah, I'm hoping we get a lot of archive figures. So the figure is going to get a 10 out of 10 for me. I was really very impressed with it. And yeah, really, really nice. And I couldn't be more pleased with it. And just before we go, here's a quick, I forgot to do this, my apologies. A quick look at comparison of the two lightsaber hilts. Obviously the Bespin Luke has a much bigger lightsaber hilt to accommodate a thicker blade. The blade actually looks more accurate because it's more bluish. This one is a little bit too, it's a little too dark, bordering on purple or indigo, but this one's really nice, thick blade. And paint apps, yeah, this I don't know, I kind of like the detail of the older one better, but the new one, because it's thicker, looks generally nicer. So there you go, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this little video review. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of this new Bespin Luke Skywalker for the 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back on the vintage card Black Series. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section below. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. This has been the 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars The Black Series from the Empire Strikes Back on vintage card Luke Skywalker in Bespin outfit. Thanks for watching. Luke, Obi-Wan never told you about your father. He told me enough. He told me you killed him. No, Luke. I am your father. No, no. That's impossible. Search your feelings, Luke. You know it to be true. Why didn't you tell me, Ben? Come, join me, and together we can rule the galaxy as father and son. Why didn't he just lift him with the Force? Come to me, Luke.